with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually not closing that one out until the 4th because she is still getting orders, and I told her not to place hers until she has all of them. So she has an idea of how much she wants to spend. But that one's already at $351. And then a party that technically doesn't start until tomorrow is at $295 as of now. And I had another order that ended on February 1st, so I'm almost at $890 or something like that. And then another party, virtual / catalog. Another virtual, and that virtual is becoming a host. And the one that's going on right now that already has the $295 in it. She seems kind of eager to learn more about being a host or about being a consultant. I have another in-home, another virtual, Mr. Guest, and then another in-home. Let's see.
Awesome. So how many is that total?
Do you want me to count the one that ended in February 1st?
Well, you haven't submitted them yet, right?
That one did. I submitted that one.
But is it in February or is it in June? Is it in March or February?
I meant March. So it officially ended March 1st.
Okay.
Because she wouldn't submit. But if I don't count hers, 9. If I don't count hers. 10 if I do.
Awesome. Great. That is great. Okay, who else?
I'll go next.
Okay.
Can you hear me? I'm on my computer.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, because earlier it kicked me out. So I have 8 parties. I am working on getting one. Well, I have 2 ladies look at their calendar. They either need to do the 18th or the 25th because they don't want to book over spring break because they will not be in town. And I closed out one party yesterday with $570 submitted. And then I signed 2 recruits, and I have 1 signing up tonight.
Yay! Awesome. So where does that put you? How many do you have on your team, Courtney?
So far, just 2. When my friend signs up tonight, she got back in town, it'll be 3 recruits, and then with me, 4 total.
Awesome. So you just need 2 more.
Yes.
Woohoo! And also with that, know that anyone that they sign, so if either of them sign someone that takes them up on the $39 kit and joining with them, that would be one of your 5 too. So,
Okay.
And you're still, when is your 90-day?
April 1st.
Okay, so you got this month, girl.
Yes.
You can do it.
Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, who else?
I can go. I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 virtual parties plus mine that start on the 11th. So that's 6 virtual parties. 2 that are doing catalog only. Won't hit virtual. Won't do it with Facebook. And then I have an in cooking on the 9th. One of my virtual parties and my cooking show both said that they would sign up. I have a $30 kit that she would sign up this month as well. So that's 3 recruits at this point. And then I have a couple still hanging out there that are still just inactive. So
Awesome. Awesome. So you have,
that's 9 total, and I still have 1 on the fence about having a party. So, and I jumped in for Becca. I saw that post on PC Hot Shots last week that she had one that was this past Friday that she was doing with a group of friends. That was kind of like a booth in home. So I had that. and I have a couple of possible parties and orders off of that one because they were all interested in the quick cookers. So I'm waiting for that one. So that was technically an extra bonus little one that I ended up with on Friday last week.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you have 2 possible people signing up?
Yes. Well, it's Christy and Kara, and they're both gonna sign up. And then I have Melissa that was on the last sign.
Yeah, she told me that. Okay, so I'm hoping with her because last I talked with her, because and just to like let you all know, sometimes there's little tricks when I really want to reach out to people.
Right.
So like Tammy in her case, I was able to reach out to her, and she said that she said this month or next month, but hopefully she will.
She was on the fence because they're getting ready to move and she doesn't know when. And I told her, I said, this month is the $39 kit. We went over that. And she said, oh, well, then I'm definitely going to sign up this month. When is my last day? And well, we have this month, but we need to get you signed up before it gets too late in the month. So I'll keep up with her because I'm out of town the last weekend of the month. So my goal is to have everything as close as I can to wrapped up before I leave to go out of town, because I won't be doing I'll have my phone and stuff, but I won't be available a whole lot that last weekend. So I want to have it wrapped up. So I already know that, which is why I'm going to be insane doing 6 virtual shows 1 week at a time, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's before break and it'll hit.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, awesome. Okay, who else?
I'll go. I've got a total of 9 parties booked for March so far.
Yay.
2 of those are cooking shows. Everything else is virtual. And I did sign a recruit today.
Yay, Cindy.
So
Awesome.
It was actually kind of funny. She'd been planning on signing up the whole time, but she originally was just going to sign up just to get the kit. And then she started poking around on the Pampered Chef website and looking at different things. And then when she did the opportunity event, it completely changed her mind. And
Awesome.
so she's actually planning on selling. She's she's really excited about the possibility of getting that 250 PC bucks, this month. So she's really planning on pushing it to go ahead and get her 1250 in 30 days.
So we're gonna talk some about all of that in just a little bit. So we're gonna talk about the $39 kit because we're gonna talk about all that in just a little bit. So
good, because I really, really want to know how to sell that sucker.
Okay, who else?
Okay, are you there?
I am.
Okay. I have my 8 shows. Most of them are running while I'm going to be on vacation, but I thought that was perfect. Because basically I'm going to go see my husband and sit there in the room all day long with him working.
Right.
So most of them are during then, and then I have one on the 11th through the 16th, and then I'm actually doing a cooking show, and then one the last week, so that we can close it. Unfortunately, when everyone gets paid on that last day of the month. The worry of that, but whatever, it works. So there's
Awesome.
my 8. Most of them are all during spring break, of course.
Yeah, but that'll be good because that'll mean you really can focus on them because you'll be in a hotel room and
Yeah. And the girl that was on the opportunity event, her and I have been still back and forth for a little bit. And then the one, my bestie, that has caused the issues before, and she's just been a real headache. Sorry. And I went ahead and I asked her, I was like, look, our March thing just came out and, it's only $39. I don't even know if you're worried about money. Because she had her dog in the hospital and things are going on. I was like, but I have to do this. I was like, I can't not pass up telling you about this. And I was like, is it something that you've ever considered? Because she was a really good host. She was even like an amazing guest. She's just a pain in the rear. Like no other. She will literally text me or message me. And I'm like, right in the middle of dinner, and she's like, I need to know now. I need to know this. And I'm like, but she actually is thinking of signing up. So it's one of those things where we might not be on the same level. We might not have the same opinions, and she doesn't want a boss. She doesn't want any of that. She just wants to be able to make money. And I'm like, you know what? You sign up, you make money. I will never say a word, like, at all. So hopefully this month we can go ahead and get her in.
That would
we'll
be
see.
good.
Yeah.
That would be good. Okay, who else? Oh, Stephanie sent me, her internet is having some trouble, because she's across the globe. But she sent me hers and all of them. So, way to go, Stephanie. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 virtuals, a catalog show, a fundraiser. She's also going to be submitting 2 parties, one tomorrow and one on the 8th and 9th. She said technically she has 10 parties. She's green by 15, almost $400 in sales for the month so far. Awesome, Stephanie. Way to go. Good job. Good job. Okay, so who else? Who else have we not heard from yet?
I'll go.
All right, dear.
Well, congratulations to everybody that's been doing a fantastic job. Unfortunately, I'm not having as much success.
Tell us about it, Michelle.
Right now I have 3 virtuals booked, 2 cooking shows in-house, which is something new for me because I haven't done that yet. So I'm kind of stepping out of my comfort zone on those.
Mm-hmm.
And I was planning on doing a mystery host party, but I'm still searching for a venue, so I didn't count it as a party yet because I'm just trying to find something a little bit reasonable. And everything's been absolutely outrageous, like $400 to rent out like this boathouse and stuff, and I'm not paying that to do that.
Right.
I don't know. I'm trying.
So could you try your own VP and do it as a mystery host instead of renting out a venue?
I guess I could. I hadn't really thought about that. I just, like, everybody's been saying that you make a little more or do a little bit better if you try and do a cooking show.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know whether that was a better option to do.
Well, I will tell you, and I will be real honest with you.
Okay.
I have done cooking shows for 7 years. They've always been my passion, and I have always had a pretty high, sales average with them up until mid last year. And my cooking shows started going down, and I was getting really frustrated with that because I would put a lot of time into them, and I'd go do them, and, but then I decided that my biggest thing that I wanted to work on this year was really focusing on my virtual parties and bringing up that average and really focusing on making them good. Because I had them, but I didn't focus on bookings really that much. I didn't focus on the recruiting aspect. They were just like, I looked at them as a extra bonus on my calendar, like I didn't focus on them. But coming into January and starting my virtual parties, my shows have been 800, 700, 600, 500, so they are much, much higher. But my cooking shows have been great too. I mean, I have a $2,000 cooking show right now that I need to still close. I had a $1,000 one the other night. So I mean, they're high too. But I can tell you this, that when you change your mindset and you become intentional and you really try to figure out what are you going to do to make these parties successful, that's when I started having the biggest amount of success. So on my cooking shows, really making sure that they know my expectation is to take that invite and send it out to 50 people. And get 12 to 15 that confirm, and that is their goal. And, that they can invite, the people can invite friends. If they invite a friend, them and their friend get a prize from me, and so I really, because I was having cooking shows that just were not, I wouldn't say that I necessarily changed my wording, but I was just like, gosh, I would say invite 50 and they really didn't. And then they didn't really get the amount of people, and they had 5 there, and so they just became lower. But I just became real intentional with, okay, listen, this is what we need to do to help you have success. I want you to have success, on this party and get the rewards that you want. Same thing with my virtual parties. I am being laser focused on, and okay, so Tamara, if you guys have not listened to Tamara Rowland's advice that she gave on the host coaching, I was telling them to invite around 100 people to the virtual parties. Okay. So this round of virtual parties, I did several host coaching calls this last week. I told every single one of them, 150, I said, you're going to invite 150 people because we want to have around 50 to 60 that become members of your group. And then from those 50 or 60, we're going to try to get 20 to 30 orders. And when I started saying that with all of my current parties, all of them are over 50 people as members, where before they were around 20 to 30 as members. So just increasing that and telling them to do 150 and breaking it down. And I said to them, some of these parties that I've done, I've told them 100, and then they get around 20 to 30, and then they get around 5 or 6 orders. But if we invite 150, then our goal is to get, 50, 60 members, and then we're going to try to get 20 to 30 orders, and that is going to be a much more successful party for you. And so just increasing that wording alone has increased my attendance rate this week. And so that's where I'm just being so intentional with my expectations, with the expectations of the 3 bookings, all of these expectations that I was like, oh, that's cool. I got a booking from that. Where I was just like, oh, that's nice. Where now I'm like, your job, we're getting 3 bookings from your show. That's what we want to get. You're going to get a, 50% off item from each of these parties, and you're going to get something from me when we reach 3, and I just walk through what that's going to look like. And it just makes all the difference when you're intentional. So I can tell you guys, whether it's cooking shows, whether it's virtual parties, whatever party that you're doing, if you can be intentional about your expectations and what you want them to do, just like Tamara's saying, my average party is $900. Okay. That sets an expectation because they want to be an average party as well. Okay. So they're working towards average rather than, hey, we're going to make this a party. We want to try to hit that $200 in sales. Well, what are they going to do? They're going to hit that $200 in sales. Would you rather have a party that's, $700, $800, $900, or would you rather have a party that's just qualifying? So it's just setting that expectation from the beginning. So that's my biggest thing is I think that either one can be successful. I think that cooking shows, absolutely, because they see the products. But I can tell you, when I wasn't intentional, my cooking shows started flopping too. And they started being 200 and 300. And my virtual parties were higher than my cooking shows. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Bottom line, if you host coach them and you set the expectation, you can be successful in either one. You really can. And that's where I've really noticed the difference, because I just treated virtual parties, as the extra and cooking shows as the main thing. But then I realized, wow, I actually could have the same show average for both. So,
Okay.
in a long, roundabout way, that's my answer there. But I say, absolutely host those 2 cooking shows to get, and have them text that invite out. Take that Canva and put your own wording on it, and then you have to go into and set up Canva as a app on your phone. But then when you go
Right.
to Canva, I just pull up the things that I make, and I re-download it, and it resets, and I save the picture. and then I text it out to my host.
Well, my one host took the initiative and set up a party page for it, and she's got 147 invited so far.
Yeah.
So, and she keeps going in. We're doing like taco bowls and margaritas, and she keeps going in and posting stuff about margarita. I mean, she's really, really running with it.
How many has it said are coming?
So far, I think she has about a dozen.
A dozen. Awesome.
That was the last I checked.
Biggest thing I will never forget when I showed up at this host house after I had told her, please don't make Facebook event the only way that you invite, because it's not as personal. So
Right.
Show up at her house, one person is there, and she said, I just don't understand. I set it up as an event and I invited 140 people. And I was like, you're right. You did. And look at the result of that, So,
Right.
But I think the biggest thing is I will tell people that's a great avenue to go. I think it's a great, thing. But there are people that will not see that event too. So I always say try sending personal messages along with an event, and then they usually have much better attendance for sure.
Okay.
So, because I have been down that road, and let me tell you, it's not a good one. So, and then I always tell my hosts, 2 days before, they're gonna send out reminder texts, because people will forget. And then I show up at their house, and they spend 20 minutes trying to text message all their friends reminders of their party that's right now. So you want to make sure that I tell them that in my host coaching as well. So Michelle, I really believe that you can do, and if you cannot find a venue, then I say it's better to do a mystery host virtual party and really get one going than not do one at all, because you're looking for a venue, So I say if you can find something, great. But then I say if you can't, go with the virtual route, and there's another party, for you.
All right.
Then you would just need 2 more. So that's what I would say your goal is.
Okay. Sounds wonderful.
Awesome. Okay. Hey, Tori, I haven't heard from you yet. How you doing, girl? Is she on here still? Tori, can you hear me? She's not in the chat, is she? Stephanie said she's doing a virtual mystery host party. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about with you from here, okay? So as we go into this month, it's time to put that seatbelt on. So just go ahead and click it, buckle it down, get ready, because this ride is going to be fast and it's going to be furious, okay? But it's going to be a good furious. Guys, when they announced, and I found out the day before the 1st, so I found the last day of the month, the 28th, they got all of the executives together and let us know about this $39 kit. And I thought, oh, this could not be a better opportunity for you all, because because we know that a lot of times the biggest hang up for people is the price, okay? And after talking on a director bound call with some of you guys were on it, after talking with you guys, some of those people were ones that had signed up from the $29 kit back in September. And so I asked them, I said, and this was before I knew anything about this $39 kit. I said, so tell me, what do you think about that opportunity that they offered since you signed up? Because some of them were struggling with the fact that they didn't have that many products. So I said, do you think that looking back now, would you have signed up if that opportunity was not there for you? And they said, probably not. So as hard as it has been, getting new products and using products, they told me that if that opportunity wasn't there, they probably would not have signed up when they did. Okay. So this is going to be a good opportunity for those people that just don't have the money. Okay. So what I want you to focus on, okay, first, where we go from here. Okay. So this is our last group call. Okay. So where we go from here this next week. Okay, I want to have individual calls with each of you this next week. Okay, so what I need to do, the only night that I can't do is, and I can do daytime too, but I can't do from at 6:30 on Wednesday. I have a cooking show then. That was rescheduled from last Wednesday when we had ice. So I have a cooking show Wednesday night, but I could do calls Thursday later in the evening. I could do them. I have a director call with all my directors on Tuesday night, but I could do a call Monday evening, or I can do them during the day. The best times, so maybe what I should do is I should just take the time slots that I have and post them on Legacy Leaders, and then you guys just go on there and pick the time that you have this week. Now, since I want to talk with each of you 4 times this month, our goal is to get in 4 calls once every week. Okay. Now, these are not going to be hour-long calls. Okay. These are going to be probably 15, 20 minutes. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to focus on recruiting. I'm going to be checking, where you guys are at, where your guys' numbers are at. I'm going to give you some recruiting tips, because where we go from here is all about recruiting. Okay. So we've been focusing on the booking aspect, because we have learned that that is the heart of our business. Without the bookings, it's hard to get recruits, so that's where our focus has been the last 3 calls. But from here going forward, it's going to be about recruiting. It's going to be about getting your calendar and taking it and achieving a certain amount of sales yourself, and then getting those last team members and making it happen. Okay. So that's going to be the focus of our calls, is me helping you with that aspect. Okay? So I will make my list of, for my calendar, for my calls. Okay. And just know that it'll probably be around 20-minute calls. Okay. Just to really touch base, and because I can get a lot more information in when we're talking individually, than I can with a larger group of people. Okay. So also know that during that time, pick a time that actually works for you. If you know that you're going to be at the doctor, or that you're going to be at a baseball game or whatever, let's pick a time where you can actually sit down and really, think about a plan, because you're going to want to be planning during this time too. Okay. Because when I have helped people promote to director in the past, it is all a numbers game. Okay. It's all about how much, sales that we're going to get from you. It's about, the people on your team, how much we need to get from them. Okay. And helping your sales be successful. Okay. So I will be posting that schedule, and we will start this week. We will have a call the week of, the 4th through the 9th, the 11th through the 16th, the 18th through the 23rd, and the 25th through the 30th, in hope of getting you guys promoted by April 1st. Okay. That is the end goal. Okay. That is our end goal. Okay. So now those of you that are like, I don't even have anyone on my team yet. Okay. That's okay. Can I tell you, Sarah Casillas, and she wouldn't mind me telling you this, I looked at her with no recruits at the beginning of a month, and I said, you know what? I think you're going to promote to director this month. And she was like, oh, really? I said, yep. Because I looked at her calendar alone with no one on her team. And I said, when your calendar is booked like that, we can make the rest happen. Okay. Because when your calendar is solid and you have the ability to have that good, those good sales, these people that you bring on, okay, as much as we would love for them to have $2,000 in sales this month, okay, each of them, okay, we know that some of these sales, these $150 in sales, may come those last 3 days of the month. Okay, so with you and your laser focus of having your sales be as high as they can be, every show laser focused, okay? So when you look at your shows, okay, your goal is to tell these hosts, we're having, my show average is $800, whether it's is or not, okay? Because you want them working towards that goal. And when you set that standard for your parties, that raises the standard. And what I found is even if they don't end up at 800, they may end up at 400 or 500, which is more than they would end up if you told them that your show average was $200 and our goal was for a $200 party. Okay? So we're going to work with our hosts to make them as successful as possible. Okay? So these, as you look at your schedule and you're sitting there looking at your virtual parties, at your cooking shows, okay, you're going to use those tips that I just told you about your cooking shows to make sure that those hosts are inviting properly and getting the right amount of people there. Okay, you don't want 3 or 4 people at your cooking show. Okay, you want 10 to 12 at least. I say 12 to 15, but I settle for 10 to 12. Okay, so 12 to 15 is what you tell them, because then if they have 10, that's great. Okay, and then you're going to have a variety of products at your show that are higher to lower, because higher brings bookings and higher sales, okay, and medium number of worth of products, and then some lower. You've got to have a range, okay? But if you don't talk about things like the rock crock, the quick cooker, the cookware, there is no reason for them to book another show with you, okay? And this goes for virtual parties and this goes for cooking shows. Have fun. Okay, you post GIFs, whatever you call them. I call them GIFs. You may call them GIFs. I call them GIFs. So you post those. You comment on every post that happens in your party. You're commenting back. You're not liking, you're commenting back. You're getting that engagement going. You're interacting with your guests, okay? So your goal with your virtual parties is 150 people invited. Okay, so I know that Angela posted a graphic the other day, if they have an Android, on how to forward out the message. Okay, on that host coaching call, I asked them, do you have an Android or an iPhone? All of my hosts this week have had iPhones. Okay, so I tell them, when I send you the message, there's going to be a little arrow that pops up next to that message. You hit that arrow, and all of the people in your contact list are going to pop up. The ones that pop up first are ones that probably you've messaged first, which is great because those are probably the ones you would send it to first anyways, okay? So they're just going to go through and they're going to click this and they're going to send that message to 150 people, okay? And they say, okay, because when they learn is when all they have to do, they don't have to copy and paste it to 150. When all they have to do is click that arrow and start picking names and it forwards on that message, okay? It's much easier. I say it's going to take you about 10 minutes to do this, but it makes all the difference, you know, in your parties. I said with the intent that we are going to get 50 to 60 members. I said because members means they want to be there. Okay, so that is what I have done in my parties, and it has made a huge difference. Both of them have over 50 members in their parties, the ones that I just started. So be intentional with sending out for your virtual parties and how you're posting in the parties, having them reset their notifications, okay, playing a game. My host, I told both of them, I will send you, which I need to write myself a note to do this, I will send you the game Sunday night because you're going to post it Monday morning for me. And I explained to them that when they post something, they have better interaction in their parties. So I just let them know that. So they are both going to be posting the first game in the morning. And I will take it from there. I don't expect them to, I don't send them the answer. I said, you know, I'll post the answer later on in the evening. So don't worry about that. But so just so they know that that's what we're going to do Monday morning, kicking it off. And it makes a difference, guys. It makes a difference with how many people jump on there right from the beginning and get involved in this party. Because you know what? When I go in on Thursday and I start personally messaging these people, I'm checking all the way back to Monday, those people that participated. Okay? Because anyone that comments or participates in my party, I'm sending out that booking message to. Everyone. Okay? So, be intentional in the parties that you have, because look at your calendar. Think, okay, what if you got 3 bookings from each of these parties? What would your calendar look like for next month and the next month and the next month? You didn't work this hard to get this many bookings to have nothing on your calendar next month. Okay, what you need to do is you need to take these bookings and you need to run with them, and you need to work to get as many bookings as you can from each one. That starts with a host, knowing that's the goal. Okay, so be sure that your host is on the same page in that host coaching. Be sure that they know our goal is 3 bookings. I told mine I will give you a new spring product if we get 3 bookings as a thank you from me. I don't tell them as a thank you when we get 3 bookings and then they qualify and then I'll give you a gift. And I didn't tell them which spring product I was giving them. Okay, I just told them I'm going to give you a spring product. And I give that to them if they got 3 bookings. I don't wait. One, that's just too much for me to track. If they get 3 bookings and they worked that hard, I'm going to add that to their party. Okay. Because to me, I mean, if I end up getting 3 bookings from a party and I know that they were posting and they were commenting and they were helping message their friends to get these bookings, then I don't mind giving them something, from me as a thank you for working hard in that party. Okay. So, but 3 bookings from every party, so that then when you go to April, because think about it, when you guys qualify April 1st, you don't want to look at your April and go, oh crap, I worked so hard to get there and now I'm a director. Now what? Now I don't have anything on my calendar. So how do I sustain going forward? Okay, so it is important that you take this and you book now every party. You get those bookings on your April calendar. So then when you become a director and you go, now I have to have $5,000 in sales. My team does. Well, look at my calendar. My calendar has 2 bookings on it right now. You're not scrambling the very first month of being a director. Okay. So this is what promoting is going to look like. Okay. You're going to get these 5 people, whether they are directly under you, whether they are under one of your teammates. You're going to have these 5 people. Okay. Now this month, every one of them has to have at least 150 in sales. Okay. Whether they come at the beginning of the month, the middle of the month, or the end of the month, they have to have at least 150 in sales. Okay. So when they do that, and your sales and all of their sales combined hits 5,000, that's when you promote. Okay. Now going forward after April, not all 5 people have to be active next month. Would we like them to? Yeah, because some of these people, we're working with them to get their 1250 in their 30 days so they can get those $250. Okay. Because that's our goal. When you have the mindset with these new people, every one of my new consultants I talk to, I say your first goal that we have as a new consultant is to hit 1250 in your 30 days. Because when you do that, this is what you're going to get. This month it's going to be, that $250 in PC bucks plus, $250. And then I talk to them about how they're going to get additional $100 PC bucks every time they hit 1250 in their 90 days. Okay. So I talked to that on the first call, I talked about the new consultant rewards. What does that look like? Their goal is to get their calendar booked. And how I'm doing it, guys, and I know this is going into new consultant training a little bit, but how I'm doing it is when I have someone sign on, their first goal is to get 3 bookings right away. One party I'm going to help them run. Okay. And some of them opt to just let me add them to one of my parties and they run theirs beside it because they want to be the ones that are actually posting instead of me. Totally up to them. Or I say I can run one and you can copy from that, okay? So the very first goal that next week after they start is to get 3 bookings where they start right away, okay? Then their next goal is to get 4 more bookings, okay? Because think, if they have a total of 7 parties in their first 30 days, they're going to hit that 1250. You're going to get 3,000 points for the trip, okay? They're going to have more confidence because they had a stronger start, and they're going to want to keep going, okay? So that is what I'm doing with every single one of mine, okay? And I have one, she started a new job last week, and she's like, man, I only got 1 booking. And I said, okay. I said, work to get 2 more. I said, and when you get those 2 more, that's when we're going to start your parties. Okay. And I've been checking in with her right now. She has 2. I said, okay, you got 1 more. Get that 1 more, and we're starting your parties on the 9th. Okay. Your goal is to get that 3rd one. You know, so she knows her first goal, okay, is that. And so, and I don't, you know, let them give up on that. Now, if they come back and they're like, man, I just don't want to do that many. Here's what I tell them. I say, you're on an airplane right now. You're taking off and you're going like this. Okay. I said, right now you have the opportunity. All this money is sitting on this table. You can get free products, 100 PC bucks every time you hit 1250 in your 90 days. I said, if you reach that 90 days and you're like, you know what, at this point, I'd like to level out some, and this is what I want to do. Great. But right now, when you have the opportunity to make as much as you want in PC bucks, why not try to have as much as you can? And where you go from there, you know, we can adjust. Yes. Michelle, I see your hand. Oh, is she not waving? No, she's talking. Michelle, did you have a question?
I'm sorry, my daughter came out and she's like, why are you still awake?
Oh, I thought you were waving to me. You were waving to her.
I forgot about the camera. Sorry.
No, you're good. I just saw your hand wave, so I was like, oh, she has a question. So that is what we're going to do going forward with your consultants, okay? So new kit, $39. I am reaching out to past hosts, okay? Past hosts that you talked to the opportunity about and they did not want to do it at the time, okay? Because maybe at the time, the issue was money. Maybe they just got their tax refund back and you don't even know that, okay? So go through your past hosts and say, I just have this great opportunity this month and I just had to share it with you. Okay, we have the opportunity to start this business for $39, you know, and I thought about you. Are they going to get mad at you for thinking about them? Probably not. Okay, so send it out to past hosts. Okay, send it out to people that commented. Look through your virtual parties of people that commented on the Ask the Consultant, you know, question where they ask you questions about the business. Say, I know that you played this game in so-and-so's party, and you may have just been playing for tickets at the time, but I just want to let you know that we have this opportunity come up this month that is never, and you can say it's never come up before because the $29 kit was not the $39 kit. So you can say we've never had this opportunity before. And I just wanted to let you know because it's changed from that party, and I thought that this may be something that interests you. Okay? So people that were on that post, okay? Think about people in the opportunity event, okay? If you can't remember who you invited in the opportunity event, go back in the opportunity event and start scrolling. Oh, I did invite her. Yeah, I probably should reach out to her again, okay? People that you have invited in that opportunity event, follow back up with. Even if they were in it last week or whatever, because this is a whole new ball game. There were so many people on it this last month, and some of them were, the question was money, okay? So be sure that you follow up with those people, okay? I am following up with past consultants, people that were on my team from the past, okay? I am doing that, but I'm also talking with every single host. If you have 8 shows, if you have 10 shows, if you had them carry over, guess what? You're still going to talk to them about it because They still have the opportunity to use a kit credit. Okay? Hosts literally can start this business for free. Literally. Or they can start it for $14. Okay? If they use the $25 kit, it's $14, and they can use that $50 kit and get it for free. Okay? So every single one of your hosts this month, you are talking to about that kit. I am going to go live, and if you have these products, I'm going to have the pasta maker, I'm going to have the breakfast sandwich maker, I'm going to have the veggie strip maker, I'm going to have it all out, and I'm going to go live in every party this month. And I'm going to talk from my heart about what this business has done for me, and with these items, you can start this business for $39. And this opportunity has never happened before. Okay? I'm going to be real in my parties and go live. Okay, if you don't have the products, hold up a flyer with them on there and say, guys, I want to share this with you. This has never happened before. This is an opportunity to start this business for $39 this month. Okay, and I'm so passionate about sharing this with you because this is what it's done for me. Okay, so every party that you have, go live. Don't just post the graphic. Okay, because I will tell you, when people see your heart and they see your why, okay, it makes all the difference in the world. Okay, so hosts in your parties, past hosts, people that have commented on that post in the past, okay, reaching out to every single one of them. Friends, maybe you haven't even reached out to some of your friends and family about this, but you know your sister could use this opportunity. You know that your mom could. You know that your sister-in-law could. Your brother could. Okay? Because they have the opportunity to get $250 in free products along with $140 in the kit. Okay? So that's a really, really good deal. Really good deal.
Do they still get the 200? Say you can still get the two like more expensive kits.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Because
it's the
some people want,
$12.50.
yeah, they still may want that.
Okay, so if you earn the $12.50, you still get the $250, even if you got the big kit.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. No matter what kit you get, you can still get the PC bucks because they're giving a 51 for if they get 500 in their first 30 days. They're giving a 101 for getting it in their 30 days. And getting $12.50 in their 30 days. And then every time they hit $12.50 in their first 90 days of the business, they get 100 anyways. So that's where that $250 comes in. So after that, going forward, they're still going to get 100 PC bucks every single time they hit $12.50. So that's where I talk about the free money there that's theirs for the taking.
Is that even true for me? Because my 90 days aren't up at the end of April.
Yep, sure is. Get on it, girl. Get on it.
I'm getting there.
No, but yes, it does apply to you for sure. So, okay, so $39 kit. I want that to be your guys' focus as your host coaching and talking with your hosts. Okay, watching in your parties, that's really important as well. So, as we go through this month, okay, I want you to think about this. And I want you to write these numbers down. I'll make sure I get this right. Okay, so if you had $2,500 in sales, okay, so if you have $2,500 in sales and you get 3 people, and you may have to get these 3 people started in the next couple weeks, okay? Because you're going to try to get them with 3 parties going to hit at least $750 in sales this month to earn, what are we earning this month? I have some blank.
The apron.
Apron, yes. Okay, so they're going to get a cute new apron. Okay, so at $750, so if you get $2,500 and you have 3 people that get $750 in sales, that means you need 2 people to have $150 in sales. Okay, and that's going to be your breakdown. So you are trying to get to $2,500 with all your shows this month. 3 people under you, you're trying to get to $750 in sales this month. Okay, like I said, if you're looking at 0 recruits, okay, these are people that you're working with on joining in the next couple weeks, so you can still help them get parties going the last couple of weeks, okay? Your last 2, okay, maybe these are people that come your last week, and they're just collecting $150 in sales before they get going next month, okay? So that will help you break down what it can look like this month, okay? Obviously, the higher sales that you have, the less that you're going to be looking for other people to submit, okay? So anything that you guys have over 2,500 is going to be an added bonus for you, okay? But that helps me break it down some, okay? And so you're going to get, from those 5 people, you'll get $50 off of them. Wish I found, where is that graphic at? Let's see here. I think I made it in Canva. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna switch it around here. Okay, so look at it right here. So this obviously says October. Just think about it for this month, okay? So 2,500 in sales yourself, and I will post this on, I'll change it, and I'll post it on the Legacy group. 3 recruits with 3 shows are $750 in sales. 2 recruits with at least $150 in sales is going to bring that $5,050, okay? You can earn an $800 check with your sales at $2,500, and you will get $250 in PC bucks when you promote. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember that's one of your incentives. Okay, is that. Plus you're going to get those $50 on for your team as well. Okay, I don't know if that shows that on here. So it is a good month to promote, ladies. Very good. Okay, so let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you're thinking.
Besides being completely freaked out?
Yes.
It is an amazing month. It's scary though, you know, trying to cram all that into less than 30 days.
Yep. But Cindy, you also have some people already on your team too.
I do. I've got to start working on, I mean, Terry's doing really great. She's been doing really good. Now I got to get Sherry going, and I've got a few more recruit prospects that I'm going to be working on this week. If I can just get them to answer me back. I mean, I can't even get them to, so far I've been able to get them to return my text messages, but.
Yeah.
My family won't even return mine.
Family and the people that you're closest with are usually the hardest.
Yes.
It's ridiculous. I'm like, no, I'm most nervous about, well, one, getting the $5,000 and getting recruits. Like, I know I for sure have 1, but that means I need 4 more. And 1 is iffy, but I mean, that's hard to do. And I still am not making that much money-wise on like these parties. So, but I know it's getting, so far it's the best few days for me, but
So that's why I set, some of this time being really specific about what you guys need to do in your parties, because this is what I know is that what I don't want to happen is for you guys to work hard to get these bookings and to have them be $200 shows or not qualified parties.
Right.
Okay. And that is where, I cannot emphasize with you guys to host coach and to get your hosts on board. Like, it is so important. Okay. And then, like I said, working on getting those 3 bookings so that next month you are already set up. Okay. So you will go into your first month of directorship and feel confident knowing that you just did it and you can do it again. Okay. So I know, because I've worked with enough people, I know that it can be scary. And I know that you guys are going to get to about the 15th or 16th, and you're going to look at me and say, I don't think I can do this. Watch it. Watch when you get to about mid-month what happens. And I'm going to look at you and I'm going to say, yeah, you can. Yes, you can. Okay, because it happens every single time I'm working with someone I'm promoting. They get to about the mid-month and they're like, yep, I just don't think it's going to happen this month. And I say, yeah, it is.
I'll be blowing up for Sheila.
Okay. So just know you're going to have that feeling. Okay. And then you're going to pick yourself up. You're going to dust off your pants. You're going to put those big girl panties back on. Okay. And you're going to finish out the month. Okay. Because I know that people that set their mind to it and say, yeah, this is going to be scary. Yeah, this is going to be hard. But at the end of the month, I know at that April team meeting, I'm going to have some red balloons and I'm going to get to see my name put up there and I'm going to get to walk across that stage at conference. Okay. I'm going to know that feeling of what it feels like to accomplish this and achieve something that I've wanted to do. Okay. No matter if you have support or don't have support at home, within friends and family, you have a support system here. Okay, you have a bunch of ladies that are cheering you on. Okay, because when your name goes up on this bad boy right here, let me get out of here.
I think I need glasses.
You need glasses?
I think I do.
Where's my, oh, here. Move over. Okay, when your guys' name goes on this next month, okay?
Oh, yes, that's where I want to be. One of those Mickey heads.
One of those little Mickey heads, okay? That's where I want to see you next month, okay? I want to see your guys' faces here, 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 okay? So this is the stuff I want you guys to picture when you want to break down this month because you don't feel like you can do it. Okay, I want you to know what it's going to feel like when you achieve this accomplishment. Okay, because, and I've told you guys this before, I can't just want this for you guys. You have to want it for yourself. And you have to want it so bad that failure is not an option. Okay, did you guys see that picture that I posted this morning that was at that basketball game? I saw that and I thought of every single one of you. Every one of you. Because if you didn't see it, it said, it's not where you start, but where you end up if you haven't failed. You haven't failed until you've stopped trying. Okay, so you're going to want to not try this month, and you're going to want to give up. I promise that at one point in this month, you're going to say, this is too hard. This sucks. Okay, I haven't got these people. This party's a flop. How am I going to get these sales? This one I can't get to respond to me. Okay? But then you're going to pull yourself up and you're going to refocus yourself and say, okay, this party didn't end up how I wanted to. What am I going to do to replace it? This person didn't respond to me. I thought that they were going to be a definite recruit. Who am I going to get that's going to replace them now? Okay? So, you guys can do this. And if I didn't think that you could, you wouldn't be on this call. If you didn't have people on this team that thought you could achieve this, you wouldn't be here. We got a whole lot of people on this team I'm not talking to about directorship. I can tell you that. Okay? So, know that. Okay? So, I'm going to post my dates and times that I can talk this week. Okay? We're going to get you on there. In the meantime, you are looking at each of your parties and you're going to host coach the tar out of them to be successful and get at least your $2,500 in sales. Okay? And then you're going to start working on your recruit list. Sit down and make your list. All those things that I told you, to start with first, start there and make your list. Okay? And I want you to continue to use the Legacy Leaders page for, people that are interested, people you've reached out to, more bookings that you've gotten. Okay, so when you get bookings from your current parties, okay, post it on there. Okay, we want to see the success that you are having. Okay, so decide here. Okay, because I know you guys can do it. I know you can. So it's 9:44. It's been an hour, and for some of you on here, it's 10:44. So, but thank you, ladies, for being on this call. Okay, and thank you for working hard to get these parties and working hard to get here. Okay, because I know some of your calendars are the best that they've been in a while. Okay, and that's the part I don't want to change. Okay, because I do know when I laser focus, some of you guys have these, when I laser focus on my goals, okay, that's when amazing things start happening, guys. Like, I can't even tell you. When I decided to change some things in January and be intentional, how much my business has changed. Do you know okay, so I just have to tell you guys this. I was at $5,500 in sales, okay? My goal every month, because in order to earn the top, where is it at? Oh, they're right there. Okay, 6,500, it's right there. Okay, my goal is always to have at least 6,500 because I know that if I have 2 qualified recruits a month and at least $6,500 in sales, I can earn that top level at Disney. Okay, I've worked the numbers down. So I had $5,500 in sales as of last Wednesday. 2 cooking shows left for the month. One of them was a past host that always has $1,000 parties, and one of them was a past host that I thought I'd be good, if she has probably 300 or 400. That's just kind of where she's been at. Okay, my Wednesday party canceled. Ice happened in Oklahoma. The world shuts down. My party canceled. Okay, so I did not have my show, and I thought, great. My goal was 6,500, and I'm sitting here at 5,500 with 1 show left for this month, and it's probably not going to get me there to my goal. So my one on Wednesday rescheduled for this Wednesday, and I went to my Thursday show. I was taking orders. There was 6 or 7 people at the party. Okay, so got 3 bookings out of those people. I thought this is pretty good. Okay, I thought, well, I'll get some orders from each of them. I look at my phone as I'm taking orders, and I see her party is at $1,000, and I was like, what just happened? someone online from her party went on and ordered $750 worth of products.
What?
Wow.
Yep. And I ended up at $6,550 for last month without doing one of my cooking shows. So that just shows you when you make a plan and you want something and you are going laser focused for your goals, okay, you can achieve them, because I believed, even though I didn't know how it was going to happen with this one party that I didn't think would be that high, it did. Okay, so even when you think it can't, it can. Okay, so believe it and achieve it. Okay, so I don't care what you have to write on your mirror, in your car. I don't care what songs you have to blare on the radio in the morning. Okay, what you have to write down to make yourself believe that you can do it. Okay, but you can. Okay, so you ladies have a great evening, and I will be talking with each of you this week. All right?
Thanks, Melody.
Hey, and I'm going to leave you with a final thought. You ready? Okay. The fear is going out the window this month. Because Dumbo flew without the feather. My ear. Okay? So, let this be your thought this week. Okay? When you're afraid to fail. Okay? Fly, ladies, fly. All right. So, you guys have a good evening. And I'll talk to you guys later.
Night.
Bye.